Good day everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I want to talk about PHP OOP. PHP is a server-side programming language that is used by most programmers, and OOP is object-oriented programming. That's what it stands for. So what this means is that you are writing your PHP code in OOP pattern, not procedural pattern. You know, there are two types of writing code. We have procedural pattern and OOP pattern. Procedural pattern is just you writing your code, writing everything in a file, like you write both your front end and your back end in one file. But OOP helps you to separate your backend code and you can use it in your front end. You can call it in your front end. So let's move to advantage of OOP. So OOP is faster and easier to execute. OOP provides a clear structure for the program. It makes you to understand what you are writing, and if anyone or any other programmer look at your code, the person will understand what you are writing and they can actually work on it. So OOP helps to keep the PHP code dry and make the code easier to maintain, modify and debug. So OOP makes the code dry in such a way that it does not allow you to write your code repeatedly. But dry here means don't repeat yourself principle. So it's all about reducing the repetition of code. What you just have to do is write your code in one file and you reuse it in another file. That's the concept of this OOP. OOP makes it possible to create full reusable application with less code and shorter development. In other words, it makes you to write lesser code at a very shorter time. Yeah. So let's move to the other slide. So classes and objects. Classes and objects are two main aspects of object-oriented programming. You can see class as fruits, then you see the object or method as apple, banana, mango. You can see another class as car, then you can see the object or the method as Volvo, Toyota car, Camry car, etc. Don't worry, we'll go to our VS Code very soon and I will show you what all these things means. So let's assume that we have a class named fruit. This class will have the properties of name, color, etc. So we can define variable. We can define a variable of variable name, variable color, so on, and you now store the properties of this particular class inside that variable. So you remember what I said, you stored the properties of this class in that variable or this variable. Okay, maybe the property of a fruit or apple fruit is the color of the fruit or of the apple, the name of the fruit, etc. All these are the properties of that class or that fruit. So when the individual objects are created, they inherit all the properties and behavior from the class, but each object will have different value for the properties. You understand? So for you to define a class, you make use of the keyword class. No worry, I will show you when we get to our VS Code. Just understand what I'm trying to say. So after you have defined your class, what will follow is the class name. What is the name of the class? For instance, now in this place, the class name here is fruit. So you say class fruit, then followed by a curly bracket. Inside the bracket, that's where you now have your properties and your method. Your properties and your method. So just know that inside your curly bracket you have properties, you have method, right? Method is also the same as functions. Then your object will be, no worry, when we go to our VS Code I will show you what I mean, but just try and understand what I'm saying now. So we'll end here for now, then in next video we'll continue. Thank you. So welcome back to our VS Code. So I'll be telling you that okay, method and object properties are very important while writing OOP PHP. So I want to use code to show you. So for you to define a property, what you will do is you say public, then public name. This is one of the properties of this class fruit. Then second property is $color, right? For you to define your function, you have to make use of your function, your method. You have to make use of the keyword function. Then your keyword function what will follow is the function name. Let me say set name $name, right? Then followed by curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket we'll have this get the name, then equal to name. Then second function is the function name get name. Then do not take any arguments. Curly bracket return get this name, right? So these are methods, while these are properties. Properties of this class is name and color. Then for you to define your objects now, you make use of the keyword new. So I think that's it for now, and we'll continue. So what I'm trying to show you is how to write your properties and your method and your object. Remember, objects is, you cannot write your object inside your class. You write your object outside your class. Right? So this is how to define object. Thank you for following. See you in the next video. So welcome back to this video. So the last video I said you define your class with the class keyword, then you also define your object with the object keyword. And inside the class, you have to there will be properties of the class, there will be function or method. You can call it function, you can call it method, all are still the same thing. You understand? So the main the main reason why I'm doing this video is for you to see, for you to know that know the importance of for you to know the importance of OOP. Like I said earlier, OOP is just a concept in PHP whereby you write your main functions or the logic of the code, or the logic of the code in somewhere else, then you try to call the logic somewhere else too. You understand? So these are the logic are the functions here. These are the logic. So what we will do here is to call the logic in this place here. So this is the object, this is another object. So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm setting the name of this float now to be Bernard, or let me say apple. Let me say apple. Then let me say here should be banana, right? So I set the name of the fruit to be apple, and I also set the name of the fruit to be banana, right? So I now call the other function. The other function is get the name, then return the name, right? The first one is to set the name, the second one is to get the name, then return it. So now I get the name here, then I now echo it. I echo the name. So let's go to our Chrome and let's see for ourselves. Apple, banana. Then you can also set the name to be something else. You can set the name to be Fejiro, and Daniel. Now look at what will happen on our Chrome now. Fejiro Daniel. So I set the name. First function is I set the name, and I also get the name and return it. So that's how it is. So you can actually write this stuff here. You can also actually write this stuff in another file. You can write it another. You can create another file and write it in another file, and it will work exactly the way you want it. So that's one of the reasons why OOP is very, very important while writing PHP or any other programming language. Yeah, so we'll continue in the next video. Thank you for staying to this time, and please subscribe, comment on this video, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share this video to someone, share my YouTube channel to someone, and let them subscribe to it. They'll be getting updates on this code. And please turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever I upload on that video. Yeah, thank you. See you.